Good evening. Good evening. It's after midnight, so good morning. I just wanted to shoot this quick video. I've been doing some research this weekend on various stocks and their current prices as a result of what's happening in the world. It is an opportunity where you can begin to own some of these Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies. And so, one of the benefits that I have, and so many others, is that as a trader, you can trade the stock, or you can purchase the hard asset and have it. Either way, you're in a great position. Well, you're in a greater position if you're trading it. You can certainly use the charts to research and analyze what the profit potential is, what the health and strength of a company is, because you can actually see it on the chart. And so what you're actually looking at here is McDonald's Corporation. And I know it may not seem like much to some looking at this, but what I'm looking at is the actual strength of McDonald's, the corporation, how well it's doing, what the shares are, what the current shares are. And again, as a trader, you can analyze this market to determine how far or how low price can potentially go. And so having that information puts you in a great position and allows you to position yourself to win. And so I was just playing around with it. I'm not really playing, I'm doing research. And this is just one of the companies that I am looking at purchasing some shares. Currently, um, one share is $186. See that price point over here? That's $186, which coincides with the share amount that I posted in the group on yesterday for McDonald's. And so that's where it's at. And so we just treat this just like any other asset that we trade, whether it's foreign currency, whether it's precious metals, whether it's companies trading. Once you know how to trade, you can trade anything. The analysis is pretty much the same, not much different, not any different actually. So when you're trading, there's three questions that you want to basically ask yourself, and that is, where are we? Where are we in the market? What are we? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Are we consolidating right now? Where are we? We want to make that determination. And then after that, you want to ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Okay, I know where I'm at, but what led me to this point? How did I get here? And we use our historical data to determine what that is, what happened, because history repeats itself in trading. There's really nothing new under the sun. Price does repeat itself. We just don't know when. So there are other analytical processes that we do to make that determination. And then the last question you want to ask yourself is, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? And those three questions really, really helps you to um, analyze the chart. Analyze the chart, and you just take one of those questions at a time, answer it, and then that will give you your roadmap moving forward as to what you should be doing. So I said all that to say, now we're jumping in, right? So where are we right now? We are in an uptrend. This is McDonald's, yeah. We're in an uptrend. So what I've done, I'm not going to get into trend lines and bona fide trend line. I'm not going to do that. I just know that we're in an uptrend, and I've identified this uptrend with this trend line right here. And if you look at price, I'm on the daily chart. If you look at price, meaning these candles here, price did not break. As of now, it has not broken, this trend line. And as long as price is above this trend line, we're still in an uptrend, meaning price, it will increase. And from this point here at this low, it basically just went up. Granted, you do have sellers in the market, and you have buyers in the market. The red candles here represent our sellers. The blue represents our buyers. So you're always going to have buying and selling going on. That's just That's the economy, right? That's the economy. There's never going to be only buyers. The world just could not sustain itself economically if that was the case. So there's always going to be buyers and sellers in the market. And but what we're looking for is a break in what we call structure. So this trend line represents structure because it identifies where price went and where it touched and it didn't break. So we touched right here the low, of course, and then this candle right here, it touched, and then what happened? It went back up. It hovered around in here, hovered around in here, hovered around in here, came a little close right here, then went back up. So the long and short of it is it hasn't broken this trend line. So we're still in a buyer's market, meaning the strength or the value of the shares or the company, I should say, is high as it relates to the low area. Because back in March 18th, as a matter of fact, of 2020, the shares dropped. The shares dropped, and it dropped to roughly $126 in March. It's just April. So there's been a lot of upward movement and momentum with McDonald's, right? So imagine if you had gotten in and if you purchased it. So I'm going to talk from that standpoint. If you purchased shares during this time, you could have got it for $125, $126 a share, and you would have been good, right? So $126 a share is now $186. So you would have been in the positive. You would have been in a positive. And of course, when you're investing in hard assets and you actually have the hard asset, you want to hold that, right? That's the name of the game, because the longer you hold it, the more value you would gain from it. Same thing with Bitcoin. Even though you're going to have the ups and downs, but over a long period of time, over an extended period of time, the growth, it grows, basically, right? It grows. And so that's where McDonald's is right now. Now, when I look at that, so that's where I'm at. I'm in an uptrend. How did I get here? How did I get here? That's the next question. Well, I'm going to look left and see what was taking place prior to this uptrend. Now, remember, whenever you break structure, price is turning around. So for us to be in this uptrend right now, price had to be in a downtrend and it had to break structure. In other words, the downtrend had to have been broken so that the uptrend can begin. So that's what we're looking for when we look left to determine how did we get to where we currently are. So what I did was, trend lines are great, guys. Trend lines are great because it helps you to identify structure in the market and what price is actually doing. And so I know I'm looking for a downtrend, and right in this area here is where I look to draw my trend line. And it is not the best though, because you have these spaces here, and when you have these spaces here like that, those gaps, it's a little more challenging to connect your wicks. So I connected right here, and I connected right there. I have a wick, and this wick right here, it didn't touch my trend line. It kind of went in the area a little bit and then it pulled back. So I used that, and then of course my bullish candle right here crossed over that trend line, and it closed. It broke structure. When it closed above this trend line, it broke the structure, meaning it's no longer in a dominant downtrend, it's now in an uptrend. And as you can see, it's been rallying up ever since then. And that happened March 24th. So look at this. So March 18th, we were at $126 a share. And then March 24th, we were at 161. This thing moves pretty good. I mean, you can see your money growing, guys. Listen, let me tell you, if you don't already know, I am sold out when it comes to trading because learning this skill, guys, is you have a pulse, you have a magnifying glass into the world's financial strength. You have a magnifying glass that would allow you to look at the world's currency and the movement of the world's currency, and not only be able to look and see, but to position yourself to capitalize on it. To capitalize on it. This is worth more than gold, having the skill, being able to read the charts. And there are simple, easy ways that you can do it. Because I'm going to tell you something. That's how I like to learn. Now, I have to learn it, learn what I need to learn, and then I'm going to simplify that thing. I'm going to break that thing down to its simplest form, and then I'm running. I'm running with it. So that's basically how you read a chart and determine the strength. And so we talking about stocks right now, and this is McDonald's corporation. And so I think that's great growth from 126 to in a, what, from the 18th to the 24th, or 24th, yeah, 24th. That's what, a week. Yeah, growth. Now, look at what happened, and this is the reality of investing. See, a lot of times people are shy away from it. Really, they shy away from it because they don't understand. And so, what I urge everybody to do is to trust yourself. You can get it, you can understand it. Understand it. And what frightens people is when they think they're losing, right? When price goes in the opposite direction, because price was down here, then it rallied up on the 19th. The very next day, it went from 126, 125 to $149 a share. So now most people, they're like, oh, great. They see their portfolio. They see that, they're in profit. They're just beaming, happy. And then the very next day, it went back down, right? So you at 149. The next day, you're at 148, and then the next day you're at 136. So people are like, oh, I'm losing money. Let me take my money and run. That's the worst thing you could do as an investor. But when you understand, when you have this skill coupled with, because oftentimes most people in the 80 percentile rate of people that purchase stock don't have any idea about the back end. And this, my friend, what I'm showing you is the back end. They have no idea. They're just buying the stock. Oh, this is a good price. Let me get me some shares in this stock. But they don't have any idea of the performance. They don't have that world's view to look at the whole corporation. I'm not looking at McDonald's down the street from you or down the street from me. I'm looking at the corporation and the strength of the corporation. Not only looking at it, but positioning myself to capitalize on it because I can read this market. Do you see the value in that, my friend? No longer do we have to be in the dark. Because if you're in the dark, it's a choice. Because now I've given you the light. So now you have to make a choice. If you're in the dark because you know no better, then that I can understand that. You don't know any better. But when the light has been shown, the light has been given, now you have to make a choice. So, moving on. So right here it went up. Okay, so this is the active candle. This is where it closed, right? This is the close where it closed. We're still in an uptrend. So this is where we are. I look back to determine how did I get here. I got here because a downtrend was happening and it broke structure, meaning a uptrend, a bullish candle crossed my trend line and it closed above that trend line. And then it began its rally up So that's how I got here. That's how I got here. So now the question is, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here, guys? I get excited. I'm really, really trying to control it because I just want everybody to get this and get your financial world together. When you tap into the world's economy and how the world makes money, that's what we have here, guys. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, what do I know? I know we're in a bullish run. I know we're in a bullish run because my trend line tells me that because it hasn't broken structure. What else do I know? I also know when I look at my MACD down here, right? I have enough videos out there. Go to my YouTube channel, Trading Made Easy. I have a lot of videos that I'm building up actually, but I have videos there that explains the MACD and all of that kind of stuff. But just know that this blue line represents buyers in the market and this red line represents sellers in the market. Anytime, guys, I'm dropping some jewels here. So my traders that's on the line, I know you all are taking notes. I know you all are taking notes. And you all can agree because you are trading. So you know this. For those that are not trading, that just kind of watching and you kind of dipping your toe in the water, listen, connect with me, please. Let's change the dynamic. Connect with me. Okay. So anytime that you have a crossover of the MACD, whether it is above or below the center line, my traders know what I'm talking about. Anytime you have a crossover, then that whether bulls or bears have taken control or more strength, in this case more bullish strength has entered in the market. And look at this, guys. It coincides. It coincides. I got to put this on here. See, this is why I don't get any sleep. And so some of you that's in the group know I'm up late all the time because I'm constant. I study far more than I trade. Trust me, I do. I do. Okay, but look, let us draw a vertical line. Remember I said the structure broke right here. So we went from a downtrend to a bullish trend at this point when this candle closed. I'm going to put a vertical line there. Okay, we put a vertical line there. Now I want you to see this. I can't make this up. I cannot make it up. Okay, so we got a vertical line here, right, where it closed. And we have our pivot. Well, right here we have our pivot. When we reach a certain point and it pivots, what we know is that it's about to rally up. So let's draw another another vertical line right at the crossover. Right at the crossover. I want you to see it for yourself. Right? Right at the crossover. Okay, so when it crossed over right here, the bulls, meaning the buyers, gained strength in the market. It coincides with this bullish candle, which represents buyers. It all lines up in the market. So that's how I know that I am in a uptrend. Now, where do I go from here? Meaning, do I buy or do I sell? That is the question. So what we are looking for, and this is going to be a training, a very exclusive training. Let me just let y'all know now. I'm not going to get deep, but it's a very exclusive training that I am preparing for my Telegram group. And it's an exclusive group of members of the Triple Arrow, my Triple Arrows family, and my coaching clients. So I do reserve content for them, and I'm preparing it. So we're going to be talking about the power of engulfing candles. But for this video, so what I'm going to look for is a bullish engulfing candle. That's what I'm looking for, a bullish engulfing candle. I'm definitely looking for a buy because we haven't broken. So my bias is bullish for sure, for sure. And I will stay in the trade until it breaks, more or less, right? Until it breaks. But the engulfing candles are our indicator, is our indication of a potential reversal in the market, right? So that's what I'm looking for. Until that time, I'm staying in the position as a for a buy. I'm gonna stay there. Now I do see. Let me stretch this out some. Now let me show you this right here. No, that's not really a good bullish engulfing candle. Because the body of this bearish candle is not in alignment. The close of it, the close of that bearish candle should be at the opening of the bullish, and it's not. So it should be aligned together. So that's not really a good one, and that's fine because again, until structure breaks, I would definitely be looking to buy. So, but here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. Remember, we want to buy low, we want to sell high. Just like us, we want to get our products and services. We want the service, we want the value, of course, but we don't want to pay top dollar. If we can get a discount, then we want to get a discount. If you can hold out for a discount, you'll hold out for a discount, and that way you'll get a better price. And it's the same thing in the market. So why buy high? Why buy the high share amount right now is at a high of $186. Now, could I do that? Yeah, but smart investing, I will wait for this to pull back because I want to get it cheaper. That's really it right there. You want to get it cheaper. Price always pulls back, right? So you want to get it cheaper. And so what I would do is I will wait for a pullback and then I will buy it at a lower rate and take it up as long as it's still in a uptrend, which it is. So to give you an example of that, right here, where this bearish candle, which is a selling candle, came in. Okay, this would have been right here. It closed at $177. So, okay, you would have got it at $177 if you chose to get in the market, which is less than the 186. But here's the thing. Where is my lowest point? My lowest point is down here. I may not want to wait until it goes all the way back down here. I might look at somewhere in this area. And the reason being is because I have wick action in this area. I have wick action in this area right here. This is what we call consolidation in the market. Consolidation is powerful. It's powerful because one, price always move from one consolidation area to the next. So what I know is that price will eventually come back down to this area. The only thing I don't know is when. That's the only thing I don't know. So what I would do is at this point when it comes back down, I can put in an alert. So look, I'm giving y'all some stuff here tonight because I want you to win, guys. I really do. Okay, so that's this consolidation area. I know price is going to hit it again. That is 170.64. So I will put in an alert, guys. I will put in an alert for this price range. That's it. And then I'm going to go live my life. I'm not going to watch the charts. I'm not going to be back and forth. What is it doing? Oh, anxious and none of that. Live life, enjoy life. The alert will alert you when price has met your criteria. It will alert you. When you get the alert, then you come back to the market. Now, this is a little different than the Trading Made Easy trading plan because we talk about stocks and it's a little different. But you're going to come back and you're going to look and see, well, what is the price of McDonald's share now? You don't have to go to Google. You don't have to go to Google and rely upon the potential of skewed data. It happens. We know that, right? You have this ability and capability yourself right here. Right here. You don't have to rely on Google. You don't have to rely on a broker telling you, going in and paying a broker to manage your stock, to manage your portfolio. You don't have to do that. You can do it. You can do it, guys. You can do it. Let me show you simple and easy. I know it can be intimidating when you've never seen this, you never talked about it, nobody in your circle talks about it. I get it, but that's not an excuse to stay in the dark. It's not. So I come back, my alert went off. I come back in this area here, and I'm just really reassessing to see what is price doing. Is it still respecting? Um, is it still respecting my trend line? You know, you again, you ask the same questions. Where am I? How did I get here? Where do I go from here? That's it. If you stay with those three questions, you'll always you'll have it. You'll have it. You'll have it. It's just a matter of including a couple of little, techniques and little things to look for. But you got it, right? And so at that point is 170, $170. And and it may, even though it's here, now remember price is moving from left to right. So at this point here, it could very well have broken the trend line over in this area. That's why you go back to the chart and you look at where you are. If that joker breaks the trend line, come back up and test that trend line, oh, it's dropping. It's dropping. And then if that be the case, I'm going to wait for it to drop because I know it's going to drop. Okay, so I'm getting far down the road, but this is what I've been doing, and I'm looking at McDonald's. I'm looking at, and let me tell you guys, oh my gosh, I found this out. Chick-fil-A, and maybe you knew, I didn't know, Chick-fil-A is privately owned. Like you can't, buy stock in Chick-fil-A. You have to own a franchise and basically, follow their model or what have you, but you can't purchase shares. I'm like, oh, because listen, I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat half this stuff out here, but guess what? I will certainly trade it. And not only that, I would purchase the hard asset as well, because it's good to have the hard asset. So you're making money trading it, and the hard asset that you have is building value. You can't lose. You can't lose. You can't. And if we have a global situation, a national situation, and you see where price is dropping, of course you're losing value, but you look at the totality. You don't just pull out because it's dropping or what have you. You look at the totality of the situation, but you can certainly see what has this done in the past. What has it done in the past? I was looking at Delta Airlines, and you can clearly see the effect that the global economy has had. Whatever financial crisis that we've experienced, you can see it in the market. And I'm gonna just show you this, and then I'm gonna go, I promise. Alrighty, let's go to Delta. Let's go to Delta. Let's go to Delta. I'm in stocks right now. You can do stocks. You can do all, but you can do stocks, future, forex, all of this, indices, everything. Okay, but let's go to Delta. Delta Airlines. Y'all see it for yourself. This actually is the tick for it. So if you purchase the hard asset, this is the tick symbol for it. So we're going to Delta. We're going to Delta Mac because I was doing this earlier, so I already had some stuff marked up. And I just want to show you. Matter of fact, let's go to the let's go to the monthly. Let's go to the monthly. Let's stretch that out some. I want to show you. See, the benefit and the value of learning this skill is that it doesn't matter what's going on in the world. You'll always be in the position to capitalize on it, right? We don't want wars. We don't want financial crisis, and we don't want that, no. But as an investor, as a person, as a trader, you can capitalize on that. See, when you're trading, we make money whether price is going up or price is going down. It doesn't matter. You read the charts, you see prices going down, you position yourself for a sale, and vice versa for a buy. Okay, so I identified these key areas for a very specific reason. Now, in this area here, April 1st 2008. April 2008. Think about it. What happened in the year of 2008? Around about the because the chart's telling us right here, March, April, because I just did the in May, right? So between March and May of 2008, what happened in the economy? We had a financial crash, remember? The real estate crash in 2008. Thousands of people lost their homes, real estate agents out of business, foreclosure rate was sky high because they were going putting people into those what you call those loans again? It was a interest. I forgot what you call them, but you all probably know where it you basically get in at a low price, your mortgage is low, and then it balloons. I forgot the type of loan, but nevertheless, that's what happened, and it created eventually we had the crash, right? That's what happened. So we're down in this area here, and $4, guys. Look at this, $4.52. Delta, the shares dropped in 2008, right? You can see it for yourself. And then, of course, it started creeping back up. But voila, now we in 2009. Same deal was going on in 2009. Yeah, same deal was going on in 2009 because we were trying to rebound. This is Delta now, but other corporations was definitely impacted. I'm just using Delta to show you the impact when we have a crisis, how you can capitalize. Okay, so $4, guys. You could have purchased stock in Delta Airlines for $4 and change. So look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. So let's say you did that at $4. Okay, I'm right here, but you see the area. $5.35 a share. How many shares of Delta stock would you have purchased for $5? Now let's say you did that in 2008. Let's go ahead on up, because look, it went up. It went up to this point. I'm gonna stop at $49 a share. Let's say that you purchased 200 shares at $5. Do the math. But it didn't stop there. I'm just stopping there. It continued to go up to, what's up in here? 50, between 55 and 60. I can't see it, but between 55 and 60. You paid $5 a share. Come on now. This is the power and the value that you have in knowing what you're doing here, right? When people say, man, I miss Bitcoin. If you knew how to trade, you wouldn't have missed it. I didn't know how to trade back then. I knew nothing about trading back then, actually. Okay, let's move on. Okay, 2000 and right where I wanted to go. Well, right here. Okay. All right, guys. What happened? And what happened in, where am I? September 11th. We know what happened in September 11th, right? There we go. So we right in this area. And what year was what year was that? September 11th. It was 2011, right? When we had the terrorist attack. It's 2011. I believe it was 2011. Help me out, guys. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Okay. Hold on. I think it was, yeah, 2011, right? I'm going with it because it's going to be a long video. Okay, 2011. So what happened? 9/11, right? 9/11. We down here. Delta Airline stock, because remember it was started to rebound from the real estate crash, right? And it kind of went did another dip or whatever because we was rebounding in this time frame, and then it started regaining its strength, moving up. Price always go up and down, no matter what you're trading, right? Price always go up and down. And we went down here in September 11 when we had the terrorist attack. Again, we're back now at $6, somewhere around in that area, a share. So this was another opportunity to get in the market, right? And what happened if you would have done that? Straight up, straight up, straight up. It's just, it is what it is. Now we are here. We are here. Okay. So we are in March of 2020, and then in and around this area, March and April of 2020. What's happening in the world? We are going through a pandemic, a global crisis, global impact. And what happened to Delta? Delta stock has dropped. We were on an uptrend, right? Going up. Clearly, this is an uptrend. Structure broke. You see your wick here, and what happened? Push back up. Wick here, push back up. It respected this trend line, push back up. Then, all of a sudden, which is not all of a sudden, and this was February. Guys, I can't make this up. You're looking at it. February of 2020. That's when all of this stuff started, right? That's when it was actually going on in Japan and stuff, but you know the widespread of it all was just really kicking in during that time frame, and it broke through that structure, broke through that trend line, and closed, and it's been dropping ever since. To date, Delta's stock, if you purchase stock in Delta, it will cost you $24 and some change, right? You see it for yourself. I can't maneuver this. This is a chart. $24.27 from the high of $62.27. So just think about it from that sense, because now here's the thing. It's going to rebound. It's going to rebound. The government has money. The government's going to bail them out. As a matter of fact, they've already given multiple billions of dollars to the airline industry. And it's not just Delta, guys. If you decided to just to purchase stock, all the airlines are impacted. All of them. Now, this has the potential of going back down to our low. Now, I see a pivot right here. So I'm going to put me a horizontal right there, because what that tells me is price is going to hit this area and it may bounce back up, right? So let's look at some more areas here. Yeah. So right here would be $14.54. You can hold out and wait until it hits this point, right? At $14 and buy you up some shares and hold them, because it's going to go back up. And even if it goes as high as, okay, this is on the monthly. So this is the high on the monthly. Each one of these candlesticks represents 1 month. So even if it comes back up here at $62, do the math. Just do the math. Buy $200 worth and calculate your potential profit. Buy as much as you can, honestly. So Anyway, I'm just doing what I love to do, and I just wanted to show it to you and illustrate it to you on the charts. On the charts. This is the perfect time, guys, to not only learn this skill, honestly, to see what's happening globally from a financial standpoint. And because you know the skill, you can position yourself to capitalize on it like never before. This is a trading view, so I have the triple arrow system that will just really take this thing to another level, but it's not, I don't have the system on this particular platform on TradingView, so that's why I'm not demonstrating that. But honestly, what I've showed you is simple enough without it. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to go. I should be in the bed, but my goodness. So you all have a great night, and hopefully you got some value out of this. If you have any questions about anything, I'm here to help. Definitely get with me to learn how to trade. Simple, simple. Get with me to learn how to trade. So you all have a great morning. Bye bye.